Hey there, welcome back. So our big thing here we're gonna have to do is we're going to be grinding a bit here. So let's do some of the easier 3-star missions. I'm going for components, and we're gonna take out our guys and let's put in some backups. So he'll go on the Warhammer. Glitch goes there. Jet. And tailgate goes there. Jet goes there. We'll get him some experience points while we're also doing this final grind. I could be wrong, but I do think we need to have 2 lances. And that means we need to get ourselves some mechs here. Preferably of the assault variety. Even with standard weapons, they're going to be pretty formidable. So this is straight up destroy the scout lance.
You betcha.
Speeder in the chip. I copy.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Moving to position. Time to earn our money. Damage minimal.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
We're picking on the Banshee.
What can I do for you?
Alright, so we got reinforcements over to the left somewhere.
On my way.
There's one of them. So we got 2 Wolverines. And do I shoot just one weapon so I can bypass his...
Roger that. Firing on target.
I mean, I did 120
Await your
damage.
command. Yeah, what can I do you for?
What can I do you for?
Move order received. Confirmed. Hey there.
So I either bull rush or I move in slower and shoot.
On my way. Taking the shot. Target eliminated.
Oh, that was awesome.
Come on, Mech Warriors. It's go time. Nice try.
Nice try.
They've got a lock on me.
Alright. We got a lot of...
Acknowledged.
targets is what I was meaning to thinking about. Let's go ahead and just go after this Wolverine. Always good to see.
Take that.
I mean, that was over half to 3/4 of his armor.
Yes, Commander.
leg, gone.
That hit something good.
Alright, that hurt.
She can't take much more of this.
I hear ya.
Ready for orders. Position confirmed. Confirmed. Critical hit, Commander.
Good to go. Got it. Got it. And stay down.
Armor's getting stripped off.
Oh man, I better save it.
Taking some heavy damage. That shot got past my armor. Waiting for orders.
I'm gonna back up. Make it harder for people to hit him.
Firing.
It also helps him with the heat management.
Ha! Send me a real opponent.
Good to go. Piece of cake. Take the best shot. Report critical hit.
Internals are taking a beating.
Waiting for orders.
We definitely want to beat the snot out of this guy.
Targeting. Physical attack.
Waiting on you, Commander. Commencing Alpha Strike.
Man, we just
Another
destroyed
hit
almost
like
the
that
entire
and
mech.
you're toast.
The only thing left is the center and the two legs. That's a little annoying.
Is that it? I'm barely...
I'm receiving you.
Commander. Roger that. Hostile removed.
Standing by. Knowledge.
Dang it, dang it, dang it.
Weapon system down.
That was exactly the thing I was trying to avoid. It's always the 3-star missions. They're harder than the 4.5-star ones.
Command interface.
I mean, I guess it doesn't help that I'm using my my backups here. That's the one that gave me all the fits.
Take this! Yeah, critical hit!
Commander? I copy.
Oh, that's even better.
Target eliminated.
Whoa! Easy on the armor, buddy!
I live to serve. What's up, Commander?
Ready for orders. Onward. One less target.
Back up through my armor, Commander! Moving to position. Firing on target.
Need something, Chief?
I got so many mechs I need to kill here.
Move order received. Ugh. Enemy down.
Damage, minor.
Systems holding.
Yes, Commander. Rolling. Got it, Commander. Think I hit something good. This heat's frying my internals.
Waiting for orders. One less time.
Commander?
Hey there. Let's do this. Tango down.
Waiting for orders. Got it. Mech destroyed.
Like
Mission successful.
it can be easy. But yeah, you make a small tactical mistake, they gang up on one guy, it can go south quick. Alright. Got a grasshopper. We're not getting a top tier mech from this.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander. That mech you wanted is back online.
Where am I, by the way? We are right here. So even though we made peace with them, we still have a horrible reputation. They still won't sell to us. That was the one thing I was hoping for, maybe. Alright, the grasshopper is at least serviceable. So is the Yager mech. If I had to use these two, they're at least heavy mechs. So we'll at least hold on to those for now. I'm still selling this nonsense. I got a 60-ton quick draw. So there's only one piece of the awesome. Otherwise, I would say let's add him back. I don't have any parts. Just let everybody heal.
Those upgrades you asked for are online, Commander.
As far as ship upgrades go, we're fully done. I don't know what supplies gets me. Tech boost. Pfft. I would have taken the sea bills.
Order you submitted is complete.
Okay, so we did a 3-star, 3-skull. I don't think I need to worry about the pirates as much. And there's even a pirate mission, so I can get my reputation right back. Although I could get it up to another level if I do this one.
Command interface initiated.
Now this is exotic, right?
This is not a map I see very often. I do remember us being here because we cut across this way last time. ended up spotting them before getting all the way across.
Acknowledge.
Heading out.
Copy that.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Onward.
Coordinates received.
Good to go. Moving out. Roger that. Firing on target.
If I could get that Annihilator to join my squad. Woo-wee. That would be nice.
Commander? Reporting critical hit.
Yeah? On my way. Beat the cake.
Waiting for orders. On it.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
Orders?
I await your command. Moving to position. Got it, Commander. Think I hit something good. Minimal damage on that hit.
Commander? Beat the cake. Engage. Inflicted some heavy damage.
What can I do for you? You betcha. Yeah.
I can't believe he's still standing. It's insane. And then he had all those weapons still.
Can't take much more of this. Receiving you. On it. Target neutralized.
I'm only going to get one of those pieces.
Waiting on you, Commander.
I was hoping to get a headshot so I can get all three.
On my way.
Consider it done.
Picked up a blip.
Let's get fired up. There's work to do.
I've been since alive.
I'm showing minor damage.
My Banshee's way off.
Ready for orders. Roger that. Standing by. I'm under heavy fire.
I hear ya.
I'm ready. Affirmative. Target acquired. Target's taking a critical hit.
Ready for order. Position confirmed.
Commander? Copy.
They've got a lock on me.
Orders? Location confirmed. Acknowledged.
Well, there's an archer. Jeez Louise.
Something I can do. Move order received. Stop. Critical hit, Commander.
Commander? Right, Commander.
Good to go. Position confirmed. Mech destroyed.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
Confirmed. Locking on. Inflicted some heavy damage.
What's up, Commander? Moving to position.
Report. Internal damage.
Waiting for orders. Right, Commander. Enemies down.
Ready. Roger that. I copy. Commander? Got it, Commander. Target neutralized. Damage is light.
Right here. Location confirmed.
Good to go. Affirmative.
Standing by. Affirmative. Hostile.
Mission successful.
got any goodies, but that's our second Annihilator piece. And our second Archer. I have to refit. I don't understand. Oh, because I didn't have to do anything. One second.
That work order you submitted is complete.
Commander?
Training complete.
Good to go.
What's a big one to get?
Mech warrior training complete.
What's up, Commander?
Training confirmed, Commander.
Orders?
Yes, Commander.
Training complete.
Receiving you.
Yeah.
Mech warrior training complete.
Command interface initiated.
It's a piece of prime beach real estate. If only there were a beach.
Don't need to tell me twice.
I'm going.
Piece of cake.
On my way.
Got it.
Rolling.
Consider it done.
Copy that.
On my way.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. Hostile on sensors.
The lance coming from over here. Yep.
I'm your spaniel. Onward. Steel. Wrath.
Commander? Position confirmed. Target confirmed. Sensor lock.
Time to die.
What's up, boss? On the move. Feel the love.
Come on, Mech Warriors. It's go time.
Oh man.
I await your command.
Don't really have a lot of things to shoot at, do I?
Yeah? What can I do you for?
Oh my gosh, that locust is all the way in our camp.
Moving to position. Piece of cake.
I'm ready. Moving to position.
Waiting on you, Commander. You betcha. This is gonna be good. Did you see that? Did you...
Hey there. Moving out.
Well, there's that awesome I was looking for. I need a headshot though. Of course.
Light damage, Commander. Orders? I'm walking here. Now let's see how you handle this. Damage is light.
Something I can do. Coordinates received. Report critical hit.
Losing lots of armor.
Good to go. Moving out. Commencing Alpha Strike. Should have run when you had the
Orders? I'm receiving you. Going up it.
I gotta try.
Waiting for orders. Location confirmed. Firing all weapons.
I injured his head.
I'm generating a lot of heat, Commander.
Waiting for orders. I read you, Commander. Moving out. All weapons are go.
I got him.
Gotcha!
Head destroyed.
Good to go. No. Yes. Target.
Mission successful.
Awesome. 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 How does it that I only had 3 items to choose from? But, alright. There we go. I got 2 more. But Lucas is the only one I didn't get. So I actually cleaned house. That was a, what was that, a 2% headshot? Woo!
That mech is ready to fight.
Yeah, we just got him.
That mech you asked for.
And we got a Marauder.
Fighting.
We actually got enough. Now the question would be, see, I don't even need to buy that awesome. So we need to get that king crab. So we got a Marauder and an awesome. So we got 4. Now, granted, this isn't like a perfect group, but still. So that's where we're supposed to go. I'm not too worried about the money. Yeah, let's travel. That'll let our guys heal a little bit.
Job's done, Commander.
I've got the financial report.
Waypoint reached, Commander.
One second. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so we actually could make an archer. Right here. 756,000. I'm going to go ahead and do that.
New equipment available.
Melee damage, melee hit. I mean, we have some good stuff if we wanted to get another melee one going. Right there, 60 melee damage. Well, I'm buying that.
New equipment available.
And actually, the idea of another melee guy
New equipment
is really
available.
good. Well, first of all, one of our mech warriors was trained for it, but the other one is it means you don't have to have really good equipment. And I just happened to buy some good equipment right there. And look at that. There's another annihilator. There's 3 pieces of an annihilator. And then I was hoping the King Crab would be in here. There's the Banshee 3S. Got some Highlander. We can actually get another Stalker. And there's a Victor. Not a King Crab. The Stalker has 4. And man, I wish there was a way I could look at them. We got some... Look at that. We even got some nice weapons available. Even a heat bank. There's some good stuff here, folks. Alright, let's get the Annihilator. Let's have a second Annihilator. How can that ever go wrong, right? So that is a cool million.
New equipment available.
There's another awesome. For 14 million, we could just buy a whole Atlas. Don't need to. Oh, look at that. That Highlander has 4. This is the one I was contemplating. I just bought an Archer. Do I need... Same with the Victor. I have an Annihilator now, so do I need a Victor? I mean, look at the movement on that guy. Whew. Alright, 1 second. Alright. So I know I can buy a Victor. I can even buy a Stalker. This one I'm curious about, right? With the 4. The only thing is it's 85 tons, so it's going backwards. But no matter what, I am extremely happy with my situation. I mean, I got my original 4 and I got 4 more. And now I get to pick. Like, this one is not that great of a mech. So I can send that one down to the little leagues. And then, you know, I'm looking at these. The Grasshopper should go to the little leagues. And my weakest one here is the Archer, but that's not weak by any stretch of the imagination. So, so let's do some refitting, because it's going to take a while, right, to get done. And I'm going to strip all the equipment, like I always do, increase the armor, and then, of course, we're going straight to here. The LM20s are the king. I don't have any with the plus plus, but here we can click on check store, which is something I don't think I did the whole game. But yeah, you can always flip to the store and buy stuff, right, if I needed another LRM20. And right there. Buy.
New weapon systems
So at least one of them is good. So bam. We get one there. We have one over here. An LRM-20 is better than a 15 with pluses. Unless somehow the damage were to be increased. I mean, the damage would be the only reason why you would... But this is 5 less missiles. So even at 6 damage each, you know, 5 less missiles, it's not necessarily... I mean, it can be. Like, if you do the math, I think at 6 damage each, that really would possibly be better. But none of these are increasing damage, unless you go all the way down to the 5. Okay, it's a 65 out of 70. There's a few things, like, you know, maybe we should add some heat sinks. If we come over here to the equipment, here's a missile, TTS. Extremely important for a mech like this. I'm actually quite happy with that. We have a gyro for hit defense. Like if there was a rangefinder or something, that might be worth doing. So here for as heat efficiency goes, an Alpha Strike generates just 6 more heat than the sinking. We're at 68 out of 70. It's going to be really hard to add a weapon for just 2 pounds. Like you probably want to add like a big PPC, but you can see like, bam, that's way too much. Even these medium lasers, I mean, it gets you there. It's a weird flex, adding the medium lasers. And yeah, let's do a heatsink just to round it up. Alright, that's as good of Archer and as any.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
You know, the LRM 20s could use like a bit of an upgrade. So here we have the Awesome with 3 hard points, only 1 movement, 5 energy, and then the Marauder is all energy. Okay, so a little bit of an issue there. This Lance command mod is pretty awesome, minus 10% damage for everybody. Yeah, so okay, let's do the Marauder next. This one's gonna have to be our energy one, because that's all he has, is energy. I mean, he does have 2 hard points. And his movement's better. Oh my gosh, do we really make this our attack mech? Oh, there was something we needed to do first. Our Banshee. Here we got 60 melee damage and 40 melee damage. And I found a 60, right? So if we take off the 40 and put the 60 on, oh, look at that. I would have to take the snub PPC off. Or you know what? I'm just going to take the ammo off. Put a small laser on. Now the other thing I was looking into, like, see, this is 10 melee damage? Look at that. So now I'm doing 70. How awesome is that? Right there, there's another 10 melee damage.
New equipment
So let's buy that.
available.
Put that over there. Bam. It didn't even weigh that much. It weighs 0. It just takes 2 slots. So now I'm doing 70, 140 melee damage. And I have an MG with 1 MG ammo. And it looks like I can just add another MG ammo back. And there we go. Oh, look at that. That's only 2 melee hit. Plus 3 melee hit. Way better. So a lot of upgrades actually for this one. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm that.
On it.
The Banshee just got even better. Okay, now with that said, let's go to our Marauder. And we want to do a similar thing. Max out the armor. Go to our equipment. We have melee damage 40. Melee damage 20. And let's check our store. I mean, I can do 60 stability damage.
New equipment available.
Doesn't look like I can fit it on. So the question is do I want 60 stability damage or 20 melee? I mean, right now it's saying damage is 0, which it's not factoring in your arm mods at all. But right now I'm thinking that's an awesome combo. That's plus 60. And then we have a plus 2 melee hit right there. I don't know why that didn't stick. And we even have a comm system, so we can give resolve. And at that. That's only 53 out of 75. We do have 2 hard points, so we go to weapons. And I'm going to grab those MGs that I was just using. Now we need some MG ammo. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that, plus 20 melee damage. Let's buy another one.
New equipment available.
Oh man, that gets rid of the hard point right there. But I could do that. I mean, which is better, having the machine gun or another 20 melee damage? I mean, if you do the math, that's 3 damage times 5. That's 15 with a crit chance of plus 50%. Whereas that's just plus 20. So arguably speaking, this is better. That's a bit of a bummer. But look at how much space we still have. So what that means then is we go to our weapons and we may even be able to add some of this stuff. So there's no rockets, and I'm actually going to do large lasers, because remember, if we can't close in and hit them, we might as well give ourselves some distance, right? Hope there's only one. Oh, here we go. There's 2 more over here. So it only gets us to 67, and our heat efficiency, we're still underneath our limit there. I mean, heck, we could have gone with a snub or a PPC. PPC would be too big. We got room for, where's that medium laser? Right there. Medium laser does plus 10 damage. Still have room. We've filled up every weapon slot. This one has 2. So if I move that ammo over, we can get another medium laser in right there. And then we'll have to come back to equipment. And put in some heat sinks. This thing is actually not bad for a melee attacker. Now, we never pay attention to this, but those are jump jet hardpoints. So that's how many jump jets you can put on, and you can see that this one, I think it requires a heavy. Yeah, because you get the 3 chevrons. So we could, you know, theoretically give it jump capability, remove some of the heat sinks. Like right now, an Alpha Strike does 60. So if I did attack with everything, I would do 60 heat. But the whole idea of this is I'm trying to get in and do melee. I like this. This is a really great Marauder. And this one is going to be our energy dude. And look at that. He had LRMs, which is us also not horrible. So we got him fully upgraded. Come over to here. You can see we got tons of medium lasers, but really, let's try to get some PPCs on this guy. 1, 2, right? Heat efficiency is going to be horrible, because that's what PPCs do. We could get another PPC on. That puts us to 65 and 72. So, holy buckets, is that insane. Then we come over here. We can put some gyros and other doodads on. But right now it's 4 PPCs is really darn good, but now we gotta worry about our heat. So I'm gonna go back to the store. Regular heat sinks we don't need. A heat bank would be nice.
New equipment available.
So all this does is it gives us 30 max heat and 15 overheat threshold. Our Alpha Strike does 140 heat. We're at 73 out of 80. I mean, it's not even close. I'm going to add, you know, as many of these as I can, right? So we're up to 80 here. And so we do 140 heat with a 51 heat sink. Oof, that's horrible. But I'm telling you, it'll be glorious when you hit with all these. There's not a whole lot of other options. I was considering making this the melee guy, because he has the 3 hard points. We could theoretically make him into a missile guy. And I believe these, well, these are 0 tons, so we can put in a gyro. So heat management is the issue. Now I could downgrade the PPCs. I can put a snub in. We can do, well, we put the large lasers on the other one. We can put medium lasers. And that PPC does, we're talking 50 damage each, so this is 200 damage. If I go Alpha Strike. I mean, I could put in less damage and the heat. See, each one of these generates 35 heat, and I would be dropping down to 12. So my Alpha Strike would get a little bit more reasonable. My thoughts are no. If I have to do a turn where I go into melee mode, then I go into melee mode. And that is why I may want to do something like this. I don't know if I want to do flamers. But like I can put MG pluses. So this is because I want to go melee on them, right? It just puts me to 81. The problem, however, is I gotta use ammo if I'm doing MGs. So what I could do instead, and this is insane, but I'm gonna do flamers. That puts us up to 83. So the idea here is I overheat with the PPCs, and then whenever I'm trying to cool off, I can go into melee mode and I got these flamers. But do I really want to lose my armor, right? Because look, I'm really reducing my armor. And these guys, of course, you know what? We're just not going to worry about it. If I have to cool down, I'm just going to cool down. I can still do melee, I just won't get the hardpoint advantages. I mean, I can put small lasers in, they're half ton each. The flamers were 1 ton each. That's the issue. MGs are a half ton. and this one's actually free. So that's, I can put that one on and it doesn't even cost me any weight. But the problem is now I gotta put ammo on. So that's cool. And yeah, I can put these on, 2 of these for 1 ton, and then just reduce my armor. I'll leave it be. It's not ideal. The good news though is the Awesome has a lot of armor. It is awesome in that regard, pun intended. So, and remember, this is our backup lance. It wasn't meant to be perfect. And then the fact that we got another Annihilator is just insane. And I have another Gauss. I don't think I have more Gauss ammo. I do have 1. But maybe the thing I want to do with this one is let's try the LB20X. And I don't think there's any more LBs. Nope. There were none. Oh, look at that. That's an extra range small laser that does 10 extra damage. It does 40 damage. That's amazing. That would be great for even the Banshee. How crazy is that? How's my money looking? I shall buy it.
New weapon systems available.
Alright, getting back to this. We got the LB20X. With no ammo? You gotta be kidding me. I never bought any ammo? Oh, goodness gracious. 1,
New equipment
2,
available.
3, 4. We gotta put this somewhere, I just don't know where yet. Let's just go here for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And getting back to ammo, or weapons. We do have the Gauss rifle. This is more of a closer range. So here you can see it's a 100 damage, 70 damage. I don't know what my ammo situation is. I have 28 of those, 11 of those. I mean, obviously I can put multiple of things. So that one does 70 damage. This one does 60. I mean, I could just bam, 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 bam. And bam again. See, now that puts me overweight. But then I can go even lower. Then I won't have enough room for ammo. Although 20 might be over, 4 of these might be overkill, but still. Yeah, I don't need to go bunkers with all the ACs, but holy cow. It is awesome. I do have to make room for this, which does take up some spots. Then we go to the AC-10 ammo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, we got 2 of them. Remember, they only shoot 1 at a time. They're not going to be shooting twice. And there's 8 rounds in each one. So even if I'm shooting 2 of them each time, 8 times 4 is 32. I'm going to get 18 rounds. That's perfect. And then I have 5 weight left. So my heat efficiency, an Alpha Strike will generate heat, so maybe that's an issue for me. It never crossed my mind, but on the last one, you can always put one of those on, right? So if I ever did go into melee mode, I'm gonna, you know, it's only like 1 pound. Why not? I just bought it. So weapon-wise, I could still do more. Like I got lasers. I do have to worry about heat if I start adding lasers to the mix. Like I got a nice plus 10 damage medium laser and 50% crit. Then I'm just gonna come over here and we're gonna add some heat sinks, right? 1, 2. That's the problem with the lasers. But yeah, why wouldn't I do this? It's an annihilator. Let's annihilate them.
On it.
So my only concern is I got work started. Yeah, we'll leave it be. So we got some contracts we can do. I am low on money. What's carrier mean? Download the virus. Yeah, we should probably do one of these. We're going to move the Banshee up. So that one finishes in 4 days. There we go. And yeah, we can do a contract. This one's just 3.5 stars. I can go straight for the money. I'm gonna do the backups just to get him the experience points.
Command interface initiated.
Coordinates received.
I'm going. Affirmative. Welcome, fresh meat.
If it's gonna be all vehicles, we're in so much trouble, folks. I went for salvage. Oh, come on.
I'm ready.
Something I can do.
by. Location confirmed. Firing.
This is gonna be a miserable mission if I'm not gonna get any loot.
Losing lots of armor.
I hear ya. You betcha.
Holy crap, what are these vehicles made of?
Waiting for orders. Acknowledge. Roger that.
Finally.
This is what happens when you hang out with bad people.
Yeah, those are tough little
What's up, Commander? Heading out.
turrets there.
Let's get fired up. There's work to do.
Been sensor locked.
Standing by.
Commander. Piece of cake.
SRM carrier, enemy number 1.
Reporting. Vehicle destroyed.
Commander? Rolling. Confirmed. Brought it down, Commander.
Waiting on you, Commander. Got it. Uh-huh. Gotcha.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
Confirmed. Target acquired.
I'm reading heavy damage to an enemy structure. Bring it down.
Sight will be done. I'm walking here. Locking target. There's one less annoyance for us.
Waiting for orders. I got him.
Enemy structure eliminated.
Flatten that one.
Good to go. On my way. Special delivery. Target destroyed.
Good to go. Acknowledge. I got it. Brought it down, Commander. Yes, Commander. Holding here.
On my way. Get fired.
Target destroyed.
Report. One less vehicle.
Waiting for orders. Uh-huh.
Standing by.
Warning. Enemy reinforcements detected.
There we go. I was gonna say, this is getting too
Method
easy.
inbound, Commander. I'll meet you at ELZ.
No, we gotta get some salvage here. Looks like they're behind us.
Light damage. Holding firm.
There's 1, 2. Looks like there's a turret there. we don't have to destroy the turrets, apparently.
Receiving you. Moving to position.
Black Knight, Griffin. That was the side shot.
Hey, I'm losing ammo.
I await your command. Move.
What can I do for you? Sprinting!
Reporting minor damage. I'm taking internal damage.
Alright, so we got a lot of mechs all of a sudden. If I turn my back on one, no, I'm gonna move up.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, so it probably would behoove me to come back.
Confirmed. Aye, aye.
I mean, that was really good. We got to the Chewy Center there.
Critical hit.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Now this, I'm gonna leave for my melee person.
Special delivery!
Ready.
Ah, can't get close enough.
On it. Copy.
At least do that much. I'm gonna have to endure the storm here.
That shot got past my armor.
Ha! Send me a real opponent!
Ready for orders.
So I can try to finish him off, or I'm gonna get in the back of him. I think the back is the better move. Yeah, I'm gonna light him up, and let's do an aimed back shot. Just like that. Done.
Target neutralized. Reporting. Minimal damage.
Good to go. On my way.
That hurt. That definitely hurt.
Okay. That was a hard.
Good to go. All weapons are go!
That was beautiful, actually.
Yes, Commander. Affirmative.
my gosh, I destroyed him in one hit.
Hostile eliminated. I'm ready. Rolling. Confirmed.
Yeah, I mean, these mechs are...
Tango down.
We designed ourselves some pretty nice mechs.
Position confirmed.
I'm there.
Orders?
Commander. Okay, I'm on. Locked on top.
Oh, I couldn't destroy it.
Standing by. Commander? Understood. Moving fast.
Waiting for orders. I read you, Commander. Moving out. Got it. Bang! You're dead!
Mission successful.
I mean, that could be an upgrade. Oh, you know what? We could have made somebody an SRM-6 specialist. I didn't even think about that, but that's alright. Sort of missed that. Having a really fast mech that just can shoot from behind. I mean, the Archer sort of can.
You asked for. It's cleared for that mech is ready. That mech you wanted is back online.
That's what I wanted. I wanted to finish up some mechs there. So yeah, this is going to get added to the repair queue. And I don't remember what I bought. There was something I was excited about. No, this is the Warhammer. Holy crap, I could do this and put that there. It does add 1 ton. Yeah, I don't want to reduce. This guy's pretty good as he is. Alright, oh, I thought I bought an exchanger, but maybe I bought it for the other guy. This is not the one I wanted to upgrade.
Logged and noted.
It was the Banshee.
Shouldn't be too hard.
That right there. I have 3 of them with plus 10 damage. Yeah, I'm going to be getting rid of the MG. Put this one in. And you know what? I can always just add a heatsink. There we go, and I even have better armor. That's a good deal.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
Alright, so the Black Knight. mean, I could put 3 SRM-6s on this guy. Alright, so we're just gonna collect our money here. I totally forgot I had these older mechs. Alright, that'll be more than enough to be able to travel with. Here I got 21 AC-10s. Just happen to have a lot of certain things. Look at that, I got 113 heat sinks.
There are personnel working outside the ship. Do not rotate, radiate, or energize any external electronic equipment.
I mean, I could even sell more, but we're in good shape. We're at 7 million. So we'll go to our contracts. And now we're going to head towards our next mission. These are almost always the better options.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
So we did a full travel and we still have 18 days of work. And some of these are for our primary. And that's fine. We'll just have to wait.
Standing by.
So I never went for this, but you know, that last one just gives you +1 health. Not the greatest. So we'll get that in.
Commander,
Full.
Standing
Full.
what can I do for you?
Glitch has the primary upgrade. Recoil penalty is a good upgrade.
Receiving you.
Jets all the way down, so now we
Mech warrior
give a
training.
5% bonus.
What do you need? Good to go.
Get Tailgate the upgrade he needs.
Training complete.
Oh, and you know what I also forgot to do? Usually when you get to the end, I just like to hire everybody. I think you get points for having more people in your... we got the 200,000.
I wrapped up that job you asked for, Commander.
should have listened to your uncle, Lady Arano. We have unfinished business, you and I.
Oh my gosh.
Iberia still carries
He's
a
like
full
Moby Dick.
complement of battle mechs, plus enough firepower to level a city. And you know it's too late to withdraw your forces. When I reach Cormadir, I will drown your restoration in a sea of fire. Every dog in Arano colors will die. You took my son from me, Kamea. My hope for the future died with him. Now I'm killing yours.
Okay, so these are our backups. I don't know what's going on there. Oh crap. I never loaded it with any ammo. I never put any ammo on it. Oh no. No wonder it had so much weight. Oh gosh, what a stupid move. Okay.
Command interface initiated.
Let's get moving, Commander. Lady Arano is counting on us.
Enemy detected.
Moving out. Coordinates received.
Heading out.
Alright, so there's a couple mechs somewhere. Oh, we got APCs. We don't want to destroy the turrets. At least I don't think we do. You know what really stinks? Is if I have to reload just so I could put LRMs on my archer. Oh.
Got it.
Solid connection on that one.
Going after the Warhammer again.
Waiting for orders. On my way. Got it. I've been sensor locked.
Engaging target.
That's always glorious.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Good to go. Acknowledged. Okay, it's official. Rumble seats are a bad idea, and I don't like getting shot at. I
Mm.
Reporting. Minimal.
Reporting. Heavy damage. Receiving you. Engaging target. Target eliminated.
Okay, that arm is taking a lot of heat.
Aye, aye. Moving out. Firing. All weapons. Got past his armor.
All weapons committed. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Commander.
Ay, ay, ay.
Move order received. On it. Target neutralized.
Powering down enemy turrets, Commander. Give us a moment, and we'll modify their targeting protocols.
Powering down enemy turrets, Commander. Give us a moment and we'll rewrite their targeting protocols.
Waiting for orders.
Good to go. I copy. Target confirmed. Think I hit something good.
Commander. Move into position. Engage. Target eliminated.
I don't know what the easiest way is. Like, can I go through here and get to there? Looks like a big rat maze.
Full throttle.
Ready for orders. Going full throttle.
Yeah.
Commander?
Standing by. Roger. Hostile removed. Good to go. Position confirmed.
On it.
See, like I can go up on this ramp.
Moving to position.
Location confirmed.
Roger that.
Aye, aye.
There we go.
And on that note, I'm going radio silent for a bit. I need to concentrate while I work on this. I'll be in touch soon.
Commander, be advised. I'm seeing heavy activity on all Directorate comm channels. You're about to have...
Look at all of our turrets that are waiting for them. Let's save it.
Yes, Commander. I have the advantage.
That was a nice shot in the back, at least. Ooh, a cataphract.
They've got a sensor lock on me. Yes, Commander. Got it. Putting one in the back. Hostile removed.
Damage minimal.
That's an amazingly long shot. We have our APCs.
Waiting for orders.
The only thing that sucks is I'm way out of position with this one. All of our, look at this, we got all of this stuff gonna activate. That was 3 shots in the back. Now we got turret after turret shooting. I mean, that's a heavy that's getting annihilated here. They're doing all the work for us.
What do you need? Acknowledged.
Standing by.
Engaging target.
Oh, a headshot from that far away.
Enemy mech.
Wow. That was glorious. Never happening again. 3 more shots in the back.
Yes, Commander.
So, I vaguely remember this. And
Double time.
I remember this being like a maze to get to the corner. And then I'm rushing to get back. And I think I gotta get back to the corner again after this is over. This thing is taking a beating and it's still standing. I mean, it's barely standing, but it is still standing.
I'm here.
Move order received.
Oh, we got him.
Ready for orders. Copy that. Target locked on
Yeah, it didn't take much. It was like 2 hits and he was destroyed.
We can salvage that.
What are they having us do? Yeah. See what I mean? So now they're showing up on the other side.
I've been sensor locked.
We got all of our turrets still, which is amazing. And they're really good turrets too. They're not the missy ones like... Oh, I was gonna say, now they're gonna make me a liar.
Ready for orders.
Alright, well the good news is... I didn't make it that far. Right there, 3M. Isn't that that's the one I wanted? The Banshee 3M. Oh, and there's that Battle Master.
That hit something good.
What's up, boss? Here it comes. Scored a critical
Like
hit.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Damage minimal.
%. Let's go for it.
Engaging target.
Not quite. Ah, there goes our first turret.
Receiving you. Moving out.
A lot of our turrets aren't even in range for this stuff. Took out the left arm. Well done. That's good. Even better. Holy crap, those are some nice turrets. Another.
Orders. On my way. I'm copied.
There it is. We did ahead. We got the Banshee.
That's a kill.
Orders? Solid connection on that one.
Reporting internal damage.
Full throttle.
What's up, boss? Locked on for physical attack.
That it is. I don't know if there's somewhere I need to go. Like, do I need to come up to Harp? I think I do.
On it. Affirmative.
Because, like, you know, she's our way out of here.
Location confirmed.
Oh no, there might not be a way down.
Moving out.
Attention, forces of the Orano Restoration. This is Commodore Samuel Ostergaard, formerly of the Concord Navy. As of today, I no longer serve my country. I come to you as a grieving father.
Mission successful.
So we gotta get that Banshee. For certain. I want to get the Battle Master. And look at that, we got... That's right, because we headshot the Orion as well. Let's make sure there's no Gucci equipment here. Look at that, there's another one of those. We got the Gucci. Awesome, awesome. That's what's his face? Moby Dick. Well, your son was a dummy. Should have raised him better. That would be quite the impact. I'm sorry.
That Nick you asked for is cleared for fighting.
Okay, so we got the 3M that we were looking for right there. Look at that. 6 hard points. And now I'm asked to go out again. A Warhammer that's already damaged. Or I can take one of these, which I had ready. I mean, I do have a Banshee ready to replace the damaged Warhammer. Oh. The problem with this is I can't equip it. I gotta do that. The Warhammer is damaged. As much as it is good. Having another one of these would have been very interesting to add to the mix. But I'm going to go ahead and hit deploy, but I got to pause real quick. Alright, I am back. I don't know if this is the final mission, but gosh darn it, it's got to be close.
Command interface initiated.
And of course we get the mech we've always been looking for. We don't get to use it. As far as I'm concerned, her dad should go in the ground too. I mean, I'm not even a violent man. I believe in mercy and grace. There's been so much mercy and grace shown to me. But this man is... I remember this. I remember this. So the good news is we do have water to stand in. And I remember I needed to
Sounds good. I'm moving.
hide. Because there's so many mechs to deal with.
Location confirmed.
Oh, I don't have my energy mech. I thought, yeah. So the energy mech would have to go in here, of course.
Confirmed.
I mean, this is basically like a gladiator's arena. And there is...
I'm moving out.
There is a reason. So, there's an awesome... That's a medium. That's an assault mech. And that's a heavy.
Roger.
I just remember getting pounded in
On it.
this particular mission. Like, it's not that easy.
Ready for orders.
Yep, Yager mech. They have great aim because they're all really high-skilled mech warriors.
Tell me
And
what you need.
Kamiya is who some of them really try to go for, and you got to be careful because she's definitely your weakest link in this battle. And take out the easy ones first.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Come closer, dear cousin. Come closer.
There it is, King Crab.
Reading loud and clear.
Receiving you.
I'm
Holy,
listening.
that was supposed to be Behemoth. Oh no, I put Medusa in a... Oh, come on. How come I make such goofy mistakes?
I copy.
critical hit.
The fact that that's not Behemoth really drives me nuts. I can reload the mission. They always save it before you go into the load screen. Yeah, I'm charging in.
Yes, I hear you.
And then in this situation, we're going to try to finish him off.
Affirmative.
And we did not.
Reporting a critical strike. The directorate must fall.
Standing by. Firing on target. That's a kill.
Send your lancemates to me, Kamea.
Yeah, that's Victoria and the King Crab. Ooh.
You have my attention.
But we're going to go up and... I still think I'm going to do massive damage, even though I have the wrong pilot. Just like that. That's an awesome. I just turned into Swiss cheese. And of course it is hitting me hard.
Yes, I hear you.
Alright, so I'm going to move forward. But it's not the awesome I want to hit. It's this one. And unfortunately, my percentages are low, and it's because of all the chevrons. So I'll finish off the awesome.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Reading
All
loud
right.
and clear.
This guy is an issue. I honestly don't know what to do. So percentages are low just because of that. And he's behind the rock, or she is, so I'm not getting a direct shot on the king crab.
Affirmative.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, so I am turning my back to the king crab, but I know I didn't finish my sentence. I'm sorry. I'm
Tell me what
deep
you
in
need.
thought here.
What do you need?
Oh, I'm too far away.
Position confirmed. Targeting for an outreach strike. Reporting critical hit.
Fire and steel.
Yep. Devastating blow. Superheated plasma.
I'm under
All of
heavy
that was
fire.
bad.
I'm listening.
So I want to also
Copy that.
shoot this guy in the rear. Why is that happening? I guess because I'm not in the rear.
For the Oregon Reef.
Okay, that stinks. So Decker took a lot of damage.
Waiting for orders.
So I'm gonna try to get away. Turn off the PPC.
Locked on target.
How that guy survived all that, I have no idea. Yep, but now they're going after
You have my
Kamiya. So I can get behind him again. I know the king crab is a problem,
justice
but trust me, it's
for the restoration.
get rid of the everybody else, and then we can focus down the crab. It really does help. There we go. So now that guy's gone. And that was an extremely armored guy.
Damage minimal.
Ready for orders.
And this should be
On my
toast.
way. Targeting for physical attack.
So all that's left is the crab.
Hostile removed.
Which is not... I mean, look at that. That devastating blow, I don't know what it does, but it's,
They flagged my engines can't handle.
this is definitely a problem. Okay, I want to get behind him, but I also don't want to miss a shot. So, let's just do the shot. I'm going to shut that off so I can remove my recoil penalty.
Engaging target.
We hit him once. Yeah, they shut down my neck.
Orders.
So, that's not good. Stay in the forest. Turn everything back on.
Affirmative.
Trust me, I've played as the king crab many times. I'm sure this one's beefed up because it's a boss, but... yeah.
Armor breach.
It does all kinds of
Proceed in the
damage.
red. You have my...
All weapons committed.
I'm listening. I'm coming for you, cousin. The Directorate dies today. Your father has already surrendered, Victoria. Your cause is lost.
Then he is weak. I will never stand down.
Giving him everything I've got.
That's the important thing, is knocking him down for her. Now we can do some aim shots, and she still went before the rest of us. Her initiative is super high. Yeah, we're in trouble. Yeah, I lost. And I never saved it.
Mission failed.
Okay, so... holy crap. That goes all the way back... no, it's this one. We're gonna get Behemoth. Instead of Medusa.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, it looks like I would have to go really far back. I still like the plan of having YouTuber go this way. But this time, we're going to have Medusa go that way.
Location confirmed.
move.
And I don't need to necessarily have Decker on this side. Actually, I'm going to switch Decker to the other side.
I'm on the move.
And yeah, I'm not going to be afraid. I'm going to go up as far as I want. And then Decker, I'm going to move to this side because his LRMs can hit all the way across the map.
Heading out.
And I'm past... You guys have read all that, so... There's the cataphract.
Receiving you.
So I can reserve and wait to go after these guys, or just let it fly. It's a 75-70. I'm going to reserve.
Tell me what you need.
$85 or $90. See, that's going to reduce the damage.
Engaging target.
Like this guy's already.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Come closer, dear cousin. Come closer.
I'm listening.
Yes, Commander. Reporting critical hit.
Took a hard hit there.
You have my attention. I'll make it happen. I'm on it.
One down.
Scratch one hostile.
Standing by. All weapons on fire.
For the Aurigan people.
I mean, I hate to say this, but the Banshee's actually in a little bit of trouble. Because the King Crab might actually shoot the Banshee too.
Major armor loss.
Good to go.
But, with that being said, everything else is going according to plan.
On my way. Target acquired.
That we expected. Because they go after Kamea, so you don't want to rush up with her.
Standing by.
Now, I can wait for the King Crab to go. Nah.
Location.
Get your attacks in when you can. Right leg already destroyed. Ammo destroyed.
Targets taking a critical hit.
Send your lancemates to me, Kamea,
Yeah.
and watch.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
I'm losing weapon systems.
I know it's the final mission and you can afford to lose an arm. It was going well. This King Crab is definitely a force to be reckoned with. And maybe I am doing it wrong. Maybe the King Crab is the focus.
Command interface initiated.
Because to be quite honest, that the Awesome has some pretty good rockets. But outside of the rockets that the Awesome has, I mean, I guess the Yagermech has some AC-20 nonsense that it can do.
I'm on my way.
Got it.
Heading out.
I mean, I have my bubble as long as Decker's over here. Yeah, that's horrible. That was a lot of hits.
Standing by. I'll do what you ask. Inflicting heavy damage.
Come closer, dear cousin. Come closer.
Here we go. We get destroyed a heatsink.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Orders. Copy that. Locked on target.
Commander? Roger that. Reporting critical hit.
Follow me to victory.
Losing armor.
Yes, Commander. Got it. Think I hit something good.
Tell me what you need. Eliminating hostiles.
Send your lancemates to me, Kamea. And watch.
That hurts.
They're stripping armor off of my mech.
%, 18%. Let's go for it.
All weapons committed. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
That hurts.
Armor blow through. Internal damage. Yes, Commander.
So I can hit the cataphract. But then I'm going to be out in the middle of all this nonsense. Oh, man. I definitely damaged it. Hard.
The directorate must fall.
Yeah. I'm in trouble.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so Decker can finish this guy off. Here you can see he still has his ACs. That one is undamaged.
Locked on target.
Damage minimal.
Tell me what you need.
Yeah. Locked on for physical attack.
All right. That's what we need right there. Right arm gone. I think the right torso was also gone.
Fire and steel.
Down to one of those devastating things.
Standing by.
I know I can finish off some of these, but I gotta focus. 18%? Or do I go for the... But you can see the armor is almost gone. In fact, you can tell I never hit the head once. Yeah. We gotta do it.
All weapons committed.
Bam.
I'm sorry, Victoria. You left me no choice. But make no mistake. Justice has been served here today. I am the Sword of Restoration. And Cormadir is free.
Okay, so we got two near-dead mechs. Two down, one full and a half to go.
Orders? On my way.
I want to get the tag on him.
On it.
Oh, you know what I should do? I should be saving this. I got the king crab down.
I'm listening.
On my way. Mech destroyed.
Reading you loud and clear.
For justice. For the restoration.
All weapons locked on. Firing. Inflicting heavy damage.
No, I'll leave. I'll stay where I am.
All weapons committed. Enemy mech destroyed. Mission successful.
We had some awesome mechs. I understood that took a couple reloads because that king crab had some weaponry that doesn't exist in a normal game. That's for sure. But that was a good challenge. So yeah, we don't even get the king crab as a piece. Or any of those heat sink Ds. None of that. Got crappy stuff.
I began this restoration because my birthright was stolen, and I wanted it back. Not for the people of the Reach, but because it was mine. I wanted war, for all the wrong reasons. But on Weldry, I traded that naivete for nobler purpose. Seeing my people suffering with my own eyes taught me why I must fight. On Artro, I found humility. Blinded by righteousness, I was reckless in my pursuit of power, and it almost cost us the war. On Guldra, I learned to steel my heart. I chose necessity over conscience. A choice that nearly broke me. Finally, on Coromidere, the world of my birth, I found resolve. And standing over my cousin's broken body, victory. Only through these lessons, paid for in blood, did I become a ruler worthy of title. A high lady prepared to sit the Cormorant throne, the protector of Coromidere, the sword of restoration. But this question still plagues me. Am I a hero? Did I sacrifice too much at the altar of victory? Do my triumphs outweigh my mistakes? War is a clash between conscience and necessity. An ocean of chaos and bloody compromise. War shapes history. And history chooses its heroes. As for you, mercenary, you made the liberation of the Oregon Reach a reality. Every trial I faced would have been my last without your skill on the battlefield. I still don't know if you fought for honor, or for the thrill of it, for belief in my cause, or just my money. But whether it was your noble heart or mercenary mind, your actions gave us hope. That makes you a hero in the eyes of history. And you know what? It doesn't matter if you believe it, because others do. As I believed in the heroes of my father's stories. After all, when we are gone, stories are what remain.
So there you have it. There's a couple expansions. Like Heavy Metal added some extra mechs. It feels like this was meant to have multiple campaigns. Like, other campaigns would have been with other houses or whatever. But I don't think, I don't know how much money they made on the Kickstarter. I think they made decent money. It was definitely a Kickstarter that did this. I think it had mixed reviews. Like, some people really loved it. I'm one of them. And I think most of you who have commented really liked this game, those of you that were familiar with it. But some people didn't like how RNG it was. I don't know. I've played this campaign at least 3 times all the way through. This being the 3rd one, and it might even be a 4th time. I don't remember. I remember the first time being very frustrated because, you know, you're learning, you don't know all the mechanics. It was hard. Even now, I still had to reload, right? And I consider myself to be pretty decent at the game. The big thing though is the mechs you end up with. Like, I've never had the Annihilator before, and now this time around I had 2 of them. So you sometimes end up with different mechs. The one thing I will tell you for sure is you always get that dragon at that one spot, and you always get the Atlas from Kamea, and I don't know how much else is guaranteed. There's a lot of random to the game, like which mechs you run into, which mechs you get. Heck, there's randomness to whether you're going to get a headshot. I only wish, like, since they show all these pictures, you know, just say, like, a caption of who they are. Like, why is it important to show these pictures? I'm assuming they're the development team, or they're the publisher, or this looks like Harebrained Scheme Games. Is that the development team, or is that Paradox? Or is it just the people who ship the game? That's pretty cool. That's Harebrained Schemes, or whatever they call themselves. They're playing a board game. Oh, that's Iki, the Japanese game. I have that game. I actually never showed you guys that game, but they were actually playing Iki. It's a Japanese shopping game. Pretty awesome. I was able to recognize it that quickly. That is not an unattractive photo back there. Looks like they're playing some kind of... They're actually playing the Battletech physical game, which, like I said, I've never played. Harebrained Schemes, that's what they call themselves, yep. This is a repeat. So is that. I'm pressing escape now. So yeah, she gave us the Atlas 2,
That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting. That mech
and now we can go anywhere. I didn't realize that it lets you continue. Alright, so that's pretty wild. So yeah, now we can travel anywhere. Like, we can go into their space or whatever. Wow, I didn't realize you could keep playing. I think I'm usually so exhausted by the time I get to this point. And there is another thing. There's nothing else to really do. I mean, we already have the best mechs we can get. I can tell you that if you're at the headquarters, there is a faction store. In addition to the regular store, in addition to the black market. And you can actually have all three in the same place. So here you can see a lot of snubs. And I think, oh, there it is. Look, we got another ECM field we can buy. So, I do think that they did throw in some little bonuses. And ultimately, it's intended that you're supposed to, now go to the career mode and play that, which is what I've been doing. So, this guy, of course, was meant to... I didn't put any ammo. I'm sitting here wondering, man, how come I have so much free stuff? I would have to take these two away and put some ammo in. Alright, let's look at that Banshee 3M. This is the new one we got. 2 hard points, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can put 6 hard points on. That's amazing. It's just clearly a better assault Banshee than the other one was. And then we got this Atlas, which you can see slow movement, just like all the others. Fantastic armor. I mean, you could make it into a ballistic mech. No, this is all good. I was using this, so this has two rockets, right? Well, so does this one. So we could use both of them. And look, we got some heatsink Ds. So at minimum, you can strip it, and get the heatsink Ds for it. Alright, so lots of good there. Let me go back to the navigation. I don't know if there's a way to tell where the capital is for each faction. There should be one. I think you have to just keep clicking. Of course, I was looking over here for it to tell me the capital. Maybe it's over on this side. Here, this is a smaller system. So, no capital. No capital. Right there, Magistracy Headquarters. That's the capital. So if you go there, they will have a faction store. And it's got uber unique stuff. And the former Star League presence, like, everything about this is awesome. Like, if we want to go and get our reputation up with them, it's actually not a bad deal. And then there's a former Star League presence. I mean, there's research. Like, this is a really good location to be. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a magistracy headquarters. And we might have that here with them, because we have a really high reputation with these guys. Maybe they don't have one. I'm running out of places to click. Yeah. And over here on the Tarian side, they have a mega city Tarian headquarters right there. See? I wish there was a way you could like filter on headquarters, but I don't think there is. So the idea is okay, I mean, obviously they hate my guts. So the faction store there won't do anything for me. But yeah, it's too bad because we got a really great relationship with them. It would have been nice to see what's in their store. Alright, so let's say I wanted to go here. That's 40 days of travel. Let's at least get our mechs going here. Repair him. Repair him. Right, so this was our Banshee. I'm going to strip the equipment, but repair it. And honestly, this Banshee is better than the Marauder, probably. Although I really did like the way the Marauder kitted, so I don't want to sell that Banshee, that's for sure. Oops. 60 melee. 60 melee. 20. 10. And 10. So perfect there. Plus 3 to hit. Then we go hard point. I mean, I could go MGs, right? So this is the thing that makes it the best, is the 6 hard points. So not only do you punch them hard, but then you have bang, 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 bang. You know, 20 damage, 30 damage each one. So we just did 140 damage with this, and then we're doing 30, 60, 80, 100, 130, 160 more. So we're doing just as much damage here as we did there. And then on top of this, I could still possibly, You know, put in the snub BPC. I'm just 0.19 over. Adjust the armor, and boom. I got myself a Rockin' Banshee.
I'll let you know when that's done.
Now, if I really want to be particular, I probably would unload this, because this Banshee's 95 tons. That's only 75, so this one is clearly better than this at what it needs to do. This one, I'm just going to send him, and then this one I'm going to hold on to for sentimental reasons, but I mean, it was a decent mech. And like I said, you could go to the hiring hall. There might actually be a achievement for it. I don't know if I ever actually achieved it. And yeah, you could just go hire.
New mech warriors, 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 new mech warriors.
There we go. See, I never actually achieved it. So I just got an achievement there. If you look at your ship upgrades, we can hold up to 24 mech warriors. I'm at 13, I guess. So the one problem with hiring all these guys is then they clog up your... It's harder to figure out, okay, who's who, but they will gain experience every day, which is the good news. And I do have 13 million, so I'm okay there. So let's do our crazy thing. Like I said, I normally quit playing by now. We're going to travel for 40 days with a $300,000 cost. I guess I'm spending another 100,000. Oh, yeah, these flashpoints. So, one of the expansions added flashpoints, which is like, it's like a mini campaign. Like if you're playing a dungeon crawler, it's a side quest. But it's a side quest that has like multiple missions, right, to achieve. We're already committed to the traveling, but those, right here's one. So it expires in 180 days. It just means you have to get there within 180 days. It's going to take me 25 days if I wanted to travel there, and House Steiner is asking me to do something for them. So it's this house that I would improve my relationship with, and this is who I'm attacking. So it sort of gives you, there's another one over here. And it got some interesting, oh, here's one down here. The Draconis Combine. Anyways.
Ready to go over financials whenever you are.
The screen loading part is painful. So 27 more days of travel, so we're going to get another financial report. I mean, it's crazy. So we just did a loading screen, and now we're doing another one. It's insanity.
I've got the financial report.
Waypoint reached, Commander.
So the biggest warning is, okay, I'm sitting on a cool 11 million. I was at 13. I just blew 2 million just traveling. There are no more get out of jail, I'm going to give you $2 million to do a mission quests. Those are gone. So just remember that. And when you're in career mode, you're going to really feel that. The other part is when you look at the reputations. So right now we're in the Magistry of Canopus. See, their enemies are the pirates, the Arigan Directorate, the Tarians, the Capellan Confederation, and the Draconis Combine. So the enemies of this guy are already our enemies in some respects, right? And if we were to ally with that faction, then that means we can't go above 0 with any of their enemies. So what does that mean? Well, it means we could still be friends with them and the Federated Suns and the Free World. And there's not that many. Because like if I actually, in my career, allied with the Draconis Combine, and it wasn't necessarily by choice, it's just sort of how it worked out. But anyways, you could see they have enemies, and then, you know, there was only so many people you could be friends with them. But the good news is you can ally with them, and I think you can also ally with them, because see, they have the same mutual enemies. So those two are for sure doable. This one I don't think is. See, this one is mutually exclusive with this one. So if you choose the Lyran Commonwealth, basically these two you can ally with this one, and then a third between these two. But once you pick one of them, the other one becomes off limits. So that's just something to understand. And then, as you can see, there is no allying with them. That might be why they don't have a capital, etc., etc. Then if we come back to here, we can go to the hiring hall and do this again.
New mech warriors available.
So I'm at 18. Now I have 19 out of 24. I mean, this is just insanity. I showed you how we didn't need 24. But if you really want to play an Iron Man mode where you don't reload the games and you let them die, then having 24 of them might make sense, because you know, if any given one can die, you want them all to have some experience. Anyways, now we get back to the store, and this is what I wanted to show you. There's a faction store here. I can't even look at it though. I need to have improved relationship with them in order to do it. The regular store has some pretty impressive mechs in it. Then here you can see there's already extended range lasers showing up, a Gauss rifle, and right there, a medium pulse laser. Bam. I mean, they already have fantastic things, and this is the regular store. Then we come over here to the contracts, and what we want to do is we want to take some Canopus quests to improve our relationship. And unfortunately, there's only one in the whole mix, and that's against them, which is fine. And what you typically want to do is that, and that'll get you to the next. And see, you can see I don't necessarily need to maximize. I'm going to get to the next level just by doing the quest. I'll get 100 grand and then, you know, that. So I can go ahead and hit accept. And we can put our Warhammer in. Or if I really wanted to, I could take the items off the Warhammer and put it on the Awesome. Heck, I'm starting to think that maybe the Atlas would replace the Warhammer. That would be actually pretty nice. But I don't want to mess with that yet. And then the Banshee 3M. So this is our All-Stars, which this one being the weakest link. But we got an Atlas here that I think would work. And why am I doing this? I just completed the campaign, and yeah, now it's basically just an open world for us to... And the other weird part is that they threw in this really nice equipment that you just saw in the store. We could not find that the entire campaign, and now all of a sudden, bam, the first place we visit, there they are. I am annoyed by that. Like, if I could sit down with these guys and go back in time and redesign this game, I would tell them, what are you thinking? But I can tell you that some of it is... Those pulse lasers and some of that stuff wasn't in the base game. They added it as an expansion, and I think they basically realized they can't mess with the campaign and the balance of the campaign. So they basically... It's something you can get in career mode, and then after you finish the campaign, it's just there. And you got all this extra stuff. And it's almost like, you know, they put that there so you could have more things to play for, right? Because there's now better equipment, etc., etc.
On it. Coordinates received. I've got an unknown on sensors.
All weapons committed. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
I mean, I just hit the snot out of that thing.
Light damage. Holding firm. Position confirmed. Affirmative. Hostile eliminated.
Yes, Commander. I copy.
Yes, Commander. Affirmative.
Commander. Got it. Scored a critical hit.
I'm taking heavy hits, Commander.
Good to go. That hit something good.
I'm under heavy fire here.
detected.
Receiving it. Acknowledged.
Orders. Confirmed.
We did it.
One less target. That shot went internal.
What's up, boss? Roger. Target's taken a critical hit.
They're really going after him hard.
Breach. Inter.
Which is why I probably have to replace the Warhammer. Because as much as the Warhammer's been good to me, it's too weak.
All weapons committed. Enemy mech destroyed.
Waiting for orders.
And here it is.
Now.
Now, that amount of damage is the same. It's this part. The fact that it does 6 lasers, but we killed him before the lasers even had a chance to do anything.
Mission successful.
That's glorious. Alright, so we did advance in reputation. This is the mercenary review board thing. Obviously took some damage. I definitely want the Atlas, even though all 3 Black Knight pieces dropped. And we ended up getting all 3 Black Knight pieces anyways, which is good.
That mech you wanted is back online.
So yeah, I think I would strip this one down and move over to the Atlas 2. This is a super rare mech, the Atlas 2. And the fact that it comes with heatsink Ds, really nice. Anyways, with all that said, let's go to the store. We did improve our reputation, but it might not be enough. So we need to have the next level. So we go to our reputation. We're liked by them, but this needs to go actually past that line. And then I think it's honored. Oh no, honored's the top one. I don't know what's after. Maybe it's very liked. I have no idea. But whatever the next... Oh, here it is. It is friendly. So we need to be friendly with them to be able to use their store. And normally it would be easy to do, but... Oh, here we go. We got another quest for them. And see, we're going to gain 14 reputation, or I can move that down to there and gain 18 reputation, or even 23 reputation, right? Either way, I would move myself into friendly with them, and then you get to see the faction store. Oh man, I...
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
So this is what's crazy. There's pulse lasers on this one. Look at that. 2 of the energy gets consumed by the coil. See, it's not as efficient. I mean, we do have 2 of them here. So what I could do is I could have put the like a PPC, and look, I mean, oh, let's increase our armor. But yeah, like, we did a really good job. I could actually move the bubble back to this person. And yeah, there's no room for us at the inn here to add another laser. So I got 1, 2, 3. I have 5 of them. And so you can see this is an improvement on the standard lasers. They use pulses of light instead of a single beam. It results in better accuracy and damage output. So it does a damage of 40. That one's 45 because it's an ER. This one's only 25, for example. So, you know, is this better? I have no idea. We got all these heat sinks on this thing. Oh, I know, we're not done yet. We have exchangers we want to use. We also have this we want to put on. And yeah, we could just keep putting on heatsink Ds. We can do an alpha strike of 100 and we heatsink 108. That's how crazy this is. And we have room for more stuff. So I would like move exchangers over like that. We got room for some rockets. We could do the SRM-6. And another SRM-6. Now that's getting crazy. Let me put some SRM ammo on there. 1, 2, 3, and we didn't even get to 100. That's so insane. I don't even know what to say. What it probably means is I need to put heavier stuff on, but then it just takes up more space. I mean, you could argue I don't need this heatsink. So then I can have a snub PPC, and instead of that ERM laser, you know, add something heavier like another snub PPC or a PPC. This weighs 7. That weighs 6. I mean, it gets up there once you start adding the... That weighs 5, and then this one only weighs 1. The thing is, they do nice damage. 40 damage, 40 damage, 45 damage. That one only does 40. And that one does 50. I mean, it is arguably more, but... I mean, look at how many slots it takes. It would take that whole area. And then, of course, the snub. That's insane. And yeah, we're going to get warnings because we're under under our weight. Okay, so let's say I take that out and that out. So we have this one was plus 5 damage. That's 50 damage, and it's an extra range large laser. Takes 5 tons of space. There's a plus 10 damage PPC. Let's do the plus 10 damage PPC.
New weapon systems available.
There, that's fantastic. We're up to 92. Get another SRM in there. Our Alpha Strike is more than our heat sinking, but our heat sinking is fantastic. The only other thing I can think of doing is I could get rid of the Coil L, which generates 70 heat, and replace it with 2 things. So we have a medium pulse plus. So I'm going to buy that.
New weapon systems available.
And buy that.
New weapon systems available.
We'll get rid of the Coil L. There we go. We're over on our weight. Finally. So all that means is I just got to get rid of one of my SRM ammo. Look at our firepower now. 509.
Right.
That's insane. Alright, so I like to keep my 4 separate from... So it's 1, 2, 3. Move that down. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's going to be the 4th one.
Log and note. Shouldn't be too hard.
So we have a 40 and 40. I'm able to do a 40 that way. And I'm just now realizing I gotta move these over. You know what? I don't need another energy weapon. Yeah, I do. I know why now. I don't have that much extra weight. Now this is where it gets interesting. I would like the coil L. Because the coil L works best if you're running. Look at that. I need one more slot. Dang it. So I need a -1 slot coil L. But this is... both of these are... There we go.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
So 13 days till I can go. And so the basic gist of this is that I would do this contract. And then I would get my reputation up, and then we could see what the faction store sells. But beyond that, I mean, that's all you're doing, is you're just playing for fun. And because the faction stores do have these really cool items, like I said, the expansion packs gave us additional mechs that we've never seen before, stuff like that. So there's some more rare things that you can obtain, but it's just more of the same. You're just going to keep doing missions, and it's a great game. I just, personally, I wish there was more campaigns. Like, I want to do another one. I am not tired of this game at all. Like, usually when I do YouTube games that go as many hundreds of hours as this one did, by the time it's over, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to call that one. Like, I'm ready to play more of this. The thing is, I am going to get bored, because the story's the same, everything's the same. So, if I start it again, yeah, I'm going to get tired. Well, with that being said, thank you very much. And as always, stay awesome. I might continue just because I want to see what's in the faction store. But right now, I just want to eat dinner. So, I'm going to end it here. And as always, stay awesome.